Good morning, students. Today we have been gathered here using online board for the practical session. And today we will start with the practical session of computer that you are solid modeling and drafting. So the practical is very interesting. So why it is interesting? Because whatever the things we have been studied till today, that is wireframe modeling, sketching, modeling, surface modeling, that things we need to implement in a practical way. And to execute that kind of things, we require the software. So today, as we are having the first practical session, so today we will discuss only regarding the software, basic tools in the software, and what are the different types of modeling software available in the market with their different applications. So before wasting time further, I am sharing my screen. This screen is visible to all of you. Screen is visible. This screen is visible.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So solid modeling and drafting. Myself, Professor Amitesh Karbande from SMD College of Engineering and Research Center, Yeola. So today, under the subject solid modeling and drafting, which has the code 202042. In that particular course, as per the syllabus prescribed by the University of Pune, that is Savitribai Phule Pune University, we have to follow that guidelines, and according to that guidelines, we will study what kind of practical is there and what are the guidelines is there regarding conduction of different types of practical under the subject of solid modeling and drafting. Now the examination pattern, you must aware about all these examination patterns. There is NCM mark 30, NCM mark 70. Now the practical, that is very important. That's why we are gathered here to talk about some practical sessions and practical assignments. So total weightage is 150. So guidelines for conducting the practical. So this guidelines is very important because under the whatever the guidelines is prescribed by Savitribai Phule Pune University, according to that guidelines, we have to conduct the laboratory experiment due to COVID-19. That is not possible. So that's why we are shifting to the online mode. So using that laboratories, we have to conduct the CAD modeling software. So whatever the computer-aided design modeling software is there, that we have to learn. So learner will demonstrate skill to communicate drawing as per the industry standard. Whatever the industry standards, drawings and commands are there, according to that standard, we have to conduct the different types of practice. So before going to talk about, before going to start with the actual practical session, so you should know about what kind of practicals and whatever the softwares available in the market, different industries, whatever the design industries are there, they are using various types of software as per their needs. So so whatever the important software, those softwares are used mostly. That software I listed over here. First one is the ProE, that is Pro Engineering. That is very basic software and that is very useful software. Different companies like Bosch and other companies are doing that particular using this kind of software. Now second software is SolidWorks, CATIA. So CATIA and SolidWorks, that is also most promptly used. Now second one is Creo. So that's O, not W, make the correction. In the Creo software, uh, actually Creo software is nothing but the extension of Pro software. So extension means what? You are using different kinds of some Android mobile, right? So whenever you are using the Android mobile, different apps are there. What you are doing, you are updating your mobile frequently, right? That means what? That is nothing but the modification. So why we require to update? Because we have to use the more and more types of commands and more handy. Handy means easy to use. So Provi is there. So in the Provi there are some modification is done, and modification in terms of to whatever the software is there, that is must be useful to the user. That's why they are using certain modifications, and they are making the user friendly software, and that is nothing but the case. Now, basically, what you mean by software, you must understand what you mean by software. Software is nothing but the state of instruction. Okay, whatever the instruction is there, that state of instruction is nothing but the software. That means whatever the input I given in the software algorithm, the program is encrypted, and that program has been stored in your computer CPU by using different kinds of installation tools. And once we give in a certain kind of input, whatever the output is there, that output is going to be visible to you on your screen. Okay, is it fine?
Yes, sir.
Okay, fine. Now we will go over here in the main screen. Meanwhile, uh, because in this particular software domain, we have to use the practical application. So whatever the things are need to the industry, that things we need to study over here. And for that particular purpose, we are going with a different kinds of software, right? Now, laboratory work, there are basically 6 type of practical supposed to be done by the students. And that practical I mentioned over here. First practical is 2D sketching with the geometrical and dimensional constraints. Whatever the geometric and dimension constraints are there, that we have to use, and we have, the students have to be able to do the sketching. Right? Every subject having some outcomes, right? So for the outcome of this particular practical or the your solid modeling and drafting, the output of the subject is very simple. That whatever the things I highlighted over here in the red mark, that things supposed to be done by the students, or that things are mostly very basically or very clearly understand by the student. That is nothing but your subject output. So students are able to do the 2D sketching once the practical whole session is going to be over. Second one is solid and surface modeling. We talk about the solid modeling and surface modeling in your unit number 1 and unit number 2 frequently, right? But how to do the solid and surface modeling, that is very important. And for simple mechanical component, very simple mechanical component along with the production drawing. So whatever this production drawing is there, we will comment on further. Production drawing, what is meant by production drawing, how to create the production drawing, how to implement the production drawing in industry, these things we will discuss later. Then model based definition, MBD, that we also. Now whatever the solid and surface modeling is there, there are certain applications are given. So solid and surface modeling we are using, there are unfathomable applications are there. There are infinite number of applications of there of surface and solid modeling. But some certain specification are mentioned in the as per the university guidelines, and those examples that means we have to implement, we have to do the solid and surface modeling for the sheet metal application, for machining, different machining operation, for fabrication, for casting purpose, forging and plastic molding. So we have to implement the solid and surface modeling by taking each and every example from A to F. Now second one is assembly. So we will talk assembly later. Assembly is nothing but that is assemble. Whenever you are doing the assembly, so many times you observe so many. Take the example of your fan. In the fan, whatever the components are there, middle rod is there, blades are there, nut and bolts are there, middle motor are there. If you segregate the parts, that is nothing but that is assembly. And once you are connecting each and every part, that is middle rod, then motor, then you are attaching the fan, blade, then you are attaching the that particular fans on the motor by using nut and bolts. So these are nothing but the assembly. But whatever the assemblies are made by the each and every component, that is nothing but the part, right? So there are different assemblies there. He clearly mentioned that output files are assembly drawing and details of the parts model in practical assignment number 2, that whatever the things are given over here, sheet metal, machining, fabrication, each and every application, we have to do the assembly, proper assembly constraint condition. Then student must able to do the exploded view. What is in by exploded view? If you are separating the each and every part from the assembly, you have created the assembly, okay, fine. But what are the different parts? I'm not able to understand if I observe the fan right now. So I'm not selling fan. I'm not able to understand how many parts are there in the fan. But how I will understand that particular part, number of parts of the fan, by using the exploded view. By means, why we require the exploded view? By using exploded view, we are able to understand how many parts are there in the assembly. Are you getting my point? Are you getting my point?
Yes, sir.
Okay, fine. Now using the proper assembly constraint conditions to define the examples are also given to you, like coupling, clutch, gear assemblies there, that is very interesting. Engineering pumps, turbines components, valve, machine tools, automobile components, gearbox, pressure vessel. These are the examples are there that you need to study one by one. Then a very important thing, that is reverse engineering of surface and solid modeling using point cloud data. That two things I already told you. That things are already covered in the theory session, right? Yesterday we have concluded the unit number 2. In that unit number 2, we also told you so many facts regarding the reverse engineering and PCD, point cloud data, right? That we will discuss in a further session in a detailed manner, no doubt about that. Assembly modeling by importing parts of the components. So different parts of the components are there that we need to assemble over here. And by using the different websites, forums and blogs, these are different types of blogs is available. That is open source is there. That means you don't need to pay anything. That's why it is called as open source. By using any open source forum or website or blog, we can do that one in a further manner. That is very easy. I will told you further. Then demonstration of CAD customization, that we will also do it later on. Now introduction to Provy. Now let's begin. Shall we start with the practical? Everyone? Am I audible?
Yes, sir.
Now,
Yes, sir.
the Provy engineering basic design models are given: sketch, part model, assembly model, sheet metal mode, and drawing mode. Okay. We will comment on that further. Before going to that, we will directly start with the software, right? Is the screen is visible to all of you? Rishikesh?
Yes, sir.
Okay, now see, the Provy is mentioned over here,
Yes.
desktop. Are you able to see that particular icon of Provy?
Yes, sir.
Okay, fine. Now, how to install that Provy software? I will make a separate lecture. I will make a separate video. In that video, I will tell you how to install your Provy software in your laptop or your PC. That I will share that particular video later on. Now let's talk about particular Provy. So what I will do, in a mouse there are three keys are there. Okay, first one is the right one, then middle one, that is the cursor, right? That is roller is there, and at the left side there is a left key here. So what I will do, I will go over the icon. This is the icon, okay? This is the model. This is the supporting file, okay? So what I will do, I will go to the Provy, okay, and I will make the double right click, okay, like this. So it will take some time. Let's see, it is showing some kind of look. It will take some time, and your Provy software is going to be on, okay, like this. So in the Provy software, we will see the sketching. The first one, see the program of this is Wildfire 5.0. What is 5.0 version? There are different versions are there, 1.0, 2.0, 5.0, like that. Okay, so this is the screen. This is the screen of your Provi software. Okay. Are you able to see the screen?
Yes.
Now, the main thing in a Provi software, there are 3 types of tools are available. How many types of tools are available? 3 types of tools are available.
Three
Okay,
types.
that I will tell you one by one. First one is main tool. First tool is called main tool. So what is the main tool? From file, read, view, insert, analysis, information, application, tools, window help, whatever these things are mentioned in a row, whatever things are mentioned from file to help in the first row, that is called as a main tool, right? Second tool is called as a sketching tool, or we can say the particular middle tool more promptly. In the middle tool, there are most of the options is there. If you are struggle about the option, what you have to do is you just have to you have to take your mouse cursor onto the particular station. At the mid bottom, you will see the particular what is this? That is the new. This is for the opening the different files. Then this is for the printer. If you want to take the print, okay, that we will discuss later on. And second one is your tree. This is a tree, that is folder tree. Okay. Now once I go to the now come to the PPT. Okay. Now PPT, see the PPT. First one is a sketch mode. First one is sketch mode. So for the sketch mode, if you observe over here, in the sketch mode, the extension is .sec. What is the extension? .sec. What is the extension? This is an encrypted file. Whatever the computer file you are doing, whatever the whenever you are dealing with any kind of computer file, in that computer file, every file has a certain extension. If you are doing with the sketch mode, for example, just example, if you are typing any particular paragraph on the Word file, what is the extension of Word file? .doc. If you are doing any work over the Excel, Microsoft Excel, what is the extension of that Excel file? .xlc, right? If you are dealing with any kind of image using the computer, then that image is in the form of JPG form, right? So likewise, whenever you are doing with the sketch, the extension is .slc. What is mean by sketch? That is nothing but the 2D model that we will discuss later on. Then the part model is nothing but the 3D object. Whenever you are creating any 3D object, that is nothing but the .prt. If you are doing any assembly, that extension of that assembly file is .asm. If you are dealing with any kind of sheet metal mode, that particular extension is again .prt. The extension for sheet metal and part model both are same, that .prt. And if you are dealing with any kind of drawing mode, then that extension is .drw. Okay, that extension I will show you. Let's say. Now once I will open the new file, is my screen visible to all of you? Hello? Am I audible?
Hello. Yes, sir.
Am I audible? The screen is visible?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now when we are going to open a new file, so for that purpose, what you have to do? You have to go to the main icon, open the file and go to new. Now once you open the new particular option, if you are going with the file and new option, over there are several kinds of sub options are mentioned over here. First one is a sketch, right? Second one is the part. If you want to do the two-dimensional object, if you want to create the two-dimensional object, you can go to the sketch. If you want to do the three-dimensional object, if you want to create the 3D view or the three-dimensional object, you can go to the part. If you want to create any kind of assembly, that you can do. If you want to do any kind of simulation regarding the particular, if you want to do the manufacturing simulation like CMM, coordinate measuring machine, like NC, numerical control assembly, for example, sheet metal operations, forging, that we can also do it. If you want to do the drawing, you can do over here. So first, as in the syllabus, we will start with the first assignment, that is sketching. So what I will do, I will go to the sketch and I will press OK. Right? Now over here, if you observe over here,
Yes.
different types of sketching tool is mentioned over here at the left side. First one is the line, tangent line, center line, hidden line, then different types of triangles. Okay, that we will discuss later on one by one. Different types of arcs, fillets, sinusoidal points. Then if you want to mention the dimensions, then different kinds of your tolerances and geometries are there. Palette, if you want to do different kinds of multiple commands. If you want to draw the polygon like things are also there, that we will discuss one by one. Okay. Now next point. Now see, sketching toolbar. What is this? What is this? This is your sketch toolbar. What is this? Are you able to see this at the leftmost side? Are you able to see this?
Yes, sir.
Is the screen is visible? Voice is proper?
Yes, yes.
Okay, good. Now,
Yes.
now whatever the things are I mentioned over here by using the mouse cursor, that whatever the leftmost side, that arrow, that line, triangle, circle, that arc, okay, whatever the things are mentioned over here. What is this? This is called as a sketch toolbar. What is this? Sketch toolbar, right? In the presentation I mentioned over here, what are the basic geometric entities? We have studied the geometric entities, isn't it? In unit number 2, we have studied different types of geometric entities, line, rectangle, circle, arc, parabola, hyperbola, right? These are the analytical entities. So like lines are there. You can create the line by using 2 points. You can create the line by using tangent. You can create the line by using center. You can create the rectangle also. So today we will cover line and rectangle only. Is it fine? Today we will cover line
Yes, sir.
and rectangle. Okay, is it fine? Okay,
Yes.
okay, good. Now come to the tool, come to the your software. Now see, whenever you are creating any kind of object, what you are doing initially, you have to specify the axis. Am I right? What you are doing, you have to specify the axis,
Yes.
right? So in the line command, there is two options are mentioned: center line and geometric center line. So what I will do, I will go to the center line. If you want to create the axis, you have to use the center line. And if you want to give the center of the any object, then you have to use the geometric line, right? So I will go to the center line. I will click over here and I will make the horizontal line and I will create the vertical line. And I will press the escape button. Is it fine? Is it fine?
Yes, sir.
Shall I show you once again? Shall I repeat?
Yes.
So if you want to clear all those things, you have to use the control Z. Control Z is nothing but the undo command. Okay. Now see, I want to create the line. In the line, there are four options are mentioned. First one is line, simple line. See, create 2 points line. You require the 2 points, right? You require the initial point and final point.
Yes, yes.
If you want to create any line, how many points you require? 2 points. First one is initial and the last one. Second one is your tangent line, and third one is your center line and the geometric center line. So what I will do, I will go to the center line and I will draw the horizontal line first and then I will draw the vertical line. So simple. And over here I will make the back. This is the back command, okay? Fine? Fine?
Yes.
Okay. Now, if you want to specify any point on the axis, so there is one point command is there. Go to the point and mention the point over here and over here. I will repeat it once again. If you want to locate the point, this is a see. This is your horizontal axis. Let's say example x-axis. This is your vertical axis. Let's say example it is y-axis, right? Now on x-axis and y-axis, I want to mention the point. So what I will do, I will go to the point. I will mention point over here, and again I will mention point over here. Is it fine? Now see the dimensions are mentioned 6 and 9.8. So if you want to change the dimension, what you have to do? You have to make a double click over here, and you have to write down 6. Okay. Similarly, you can go to the repeat command, right? And you can change the particular. Okay. Now, if you want to create the line, select the line. So I select the first point over here, and this is the second point. So this is my line. Shall I repeat? Shall I repeat?
No, sir.
Easy to understand? Okay, fine. Very good. Now, second is a tangent line. Tangent line, right? So for tangent line, what we require? We have to draw the circle. So I will first of all draw the circle. Then I want to draw the tangent from this point to this line. So what I will do? I will go to the tangent, select this object, and I will draw the circle. This one item, this is one. Tangent is there, huh? So you require another circle over there, right? So for tangent line from this, see this is a tangent, right? Again, I want to again draw the tangent like this. Now, so you can trim. There is an option is there, trim. See, delete segment. So you can trim this. Is it fine? Is it fine?
Yes, sir.
Is it fine here? Any doubt?
Yes, sir. No, sir.
Okay, very good. Now, next one is that's the center point. Then geometric line. For example, this is particular. Let's say example, I create one kind of your cam. Let's say example, one type of cam is here. Now I want to draw the center line from this one. So what I will do? I will not go to the center line. This center line is only used to specify x-axis and y-axis. But if you have the object and you want to draw the center line, geometric center line between the object, so what you have to do? You have to go to the geometric center line, and I will draw the geometric line from this to this. See, so this is the axis and this is your center line. That is which is required for to create the x and y axis, and this is your geometric center line. Both things are different. Huh? Is that clear?
Yes, sir.
Is that clear?
Yes, yes.
Any doubt?
No, sir.
Any doubt? Okay.
No, sir.
Next one, I want to create the rectangle. So simple. Just go to the rectangle, and how many points you require for the rectangle? Only two, right? How many points you require for the rectangle? How many points you require? Hmm? How many points you require? How many points you require? Let's see. Okay, I will open the pen. Okay, if you want to create a rectangle, you have to first draw one point and you will draw one rectangle like this and this and this. So how many points you require? Only two. First corner point and second corner point. 1 and 2. Only 2 points you require. Am I right? Am I right? Hello?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so I will select.
Hello.
Yes, yes. Am I audible?
Yes, sir.
So I will select first corner point and I will select this is the second corner point. Simple. So you can edit the dimension also. Double click over here. Replace it by 9. And if you want to do the, if you want to replace 6 unit by 10, you have to do, you just have to go to the dimension and you have to make the double right click. You have to make the double right click like this. You just have to change this bracket and do the enter. This is by means of that you can edit the particular dimension. Is that clear? Rectangle is over. Is that clear? Is that clear? Any doubt?
No, sir.
Okay. Now second option is a slant rectangle. What is mean by slant? If we are having some inclined dimension. Okay, slant means what? Inclined. So what I will do, I will select this point and like this I will create a particular slant. See, this is a slant. What is mean by slant? Inclined, right? If you want to create a rectangle with certain angle, okay, you can specify that angle also from this to this. You can change the angle also, specify this. Are you getting my point? Second option is your rhombus. So like that way you can create the different angles. Parallelogram, you can draw the parallelogram like this. Is that clear?
Yes, sir.
Is that clear? Any doubt?
Yes, sir.
What we are,
No, sir.
what we are, number one, the syllabus. There are total 6 number of practical is there. Number two, guidelines. Whatever the guidelines is mentioned, that means we have to do the different kinds of experiments or the particular practical as per the industry standard. Whatever the standard specified by the Pune University, as per the industry, as per the required by the industry, that we need to do it. Okay. Third thing, we have started with the sketching. What is mean by sketching? You can call it as a sketching. You can call it as a two-dimensional. You can also call it as a 2D sketching, right? So this is a sketching. Here only 2 dimension is there, along X, along Y. Is there any 3 dimension is there? No. That's why it is called as a sketching. So likewise you can save your file also. You can save your file on desktop. See what is the extension over here? Let's see. What is the extension?
SEC, that is SEC.
See, sketch mode, sketching.
Sketch mode.
In the basic sketch entity, extension of file is .sec. It is
Yes.
extension. Is that clear? And you can save your file. Okay.
Yes, sir.
So if you make your close over here, you can open your file from here also. You can open your file. Stop. See, you can see the preview also. Preview is not available. You can open your file also. So you can open your file anywhere. You can open your file anywhere. Is that clear?
Yes.
So is it very
Yes, sir.
as compared to manual, right? If you are able to do it using the human being, if you are able to do, if you want to do it by using the pencil and particular your equipment, drawing equipment, it will take too much time. But using the computer, you are doing it very easy. Am I right? Right? By using computer software, we are doing it is very easy. That's why software is less time consuming. Getting it? And it is more accurate as compared to the manual thing. That's why we need to learn the CAD software. Is it fine? Is it fine? Is it fine? Is it fine?
Hello.
Is it fine?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So tomorrow we will assignment, teaching assignment. Okay.
Okay, sir.
In the meanwhile, I will also make one video how to install the Provi software. That is going to be also useful. Is it fine?
Yes, sir.
Okay.